Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're here. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. With that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
Yo, it's Revnent. What's up?
Hello.
How you doing, man? How you doing today?
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, anytime. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you're from, what you do. Give us that, Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Yeah, so I'm a rapper from Portland, Oregon. I've been making music for about 3-4 years now. You feel me? Going strong, just trying to make it. Yeah. That's really, you feel me? That's the goal. I want to be able to, really live off this music stuff.
I gotcha. And what got you started into music initially?
Well, I've always been around music, to be honest. Ever since I was young, my dad makes music and stuff. So,
gotcha. Okay.
You feel me? It's just always been around my family. But originally, I really I always thought I was going to go to the NBA, funnily enough.
Gotcha. Okay. And did you start playing basketball at a young age?
Yeah, I did. I started playing basketball at 3 or 4.
Okay. And then what made you want to pivot over into music instead?
Basketball, I just had a lot of bad luck with it. It wasn't my thing. I'm not the tallest, so I felt kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I just felt there was a lot of pressure for me to not be good.
Gotcha.
So people kind of put me in a box oh, he's short, he can't play basketball.
Gotcha.
So you feel me? It didn't really matter how good I was. They just didn't. You feel me? They didn't appreciate what I could contribute.
No, I understand that. And then when you say your dad makes music, does he play instruments?
Yeah, so he's actually a guitar player. He's in a band. Mm-hmm. You feel me? He's been in a lot of bands over time. He's been in this last band though for 15, 16 years, something like that.
Oh dang! What's his band called?
My New Vice. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Oh cool. No, I'm not a fan, but I'll check him out.
Yeah, no, you should. But you feel me? It's a different lane.
No, I gotcha. And then before we get into more of what you do with music in the present day, I do have a couple foundation questions I like to check in with everybody on.
Yeah, shoot them.
And this first one is one we ask early. It's one we ask often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
The first album I ever bought, I don't even remember. I know it was a CD though. Mm-hmm. I think I can't remember. I know it was a band. It was like some metal or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to I've always been very into all facets of music. I've never been a type of person that just listens to one genre. But I think it might have been a Metallica album actually.
Okay, hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's quality albums or quality music right there.
Yeah, but I think that's the first album that I bought with my own money.
Gotcha.
But then after that, you feel me? That's when I really started getting into rap and stuff around 7, 8.
Okay.
Started listening to who was the first artist I was listening to? I was listening to Andre 3K.
Okay.
Fucking Ice Cube. I was listening to the old heads because that's just what my family and stuff would listen to.
Yeah.
What I would hear on the radio. And then I started getting into more new age music. Once I got 10, started listening to that SoundCloud era music. You feel me? I started listening to you feel me? I'm trying to think of some names Lil Yachty. Stuff like that. You feel me? I was listening to Hella Trippie Red back in 2017, 2018.
I gotcha.
Juice WRLD was always a big inspiration for me. You feel me? Once I got into that lane, it was no looking back.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then what was one of the first live shows you ever went to?
The first live show I ever went to, the first live show I ever went to was one of my dad's shows.
Oh, cool.
And then
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, if he's been playing full time.
And then I went to a Logic show one time, funnily enough.
Oh, cool.
When I was like 10. And then I went to a Cardi show.
Mm-hmm.
And then just recently, last year, I went to that Babytron show up at
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was actually so tight.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Babytron. I've been trying to get them on the show.
Babytron.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a song with Babytron.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
He been making a similar style of music to me, so
yeah,
I definitely get on something with Babytron. That would be super tough.
I dig that. And then I guess before we move into more, or like officially into the now, did you ever like give any attempts at like playing guitar like your dad does?
Yeah, I did actually. When I was younger, there's pictures of me. I was in the studio with my pops when I was like 2 or 3. I was playing the drums. I had the little studio headphones on. It's at my grandma's house. But yeah, I've always been playing music. I've always been around music. There's pictures of me when I was young. I was like singing with my cousin, and my cousin was playing guitar. Like I've just always loved music. Like once I started making music, I was like, yeah, like this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh yeah, I dig that. All right, well then let's go ahead and let's get on into more of you in the present day.
Yeah.
We are going to get a super easy one out of the way. How'd you pick the name?
Actually, so I was in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I love this question. This is actually, I've been waiting for this question. But, so my homeboy, Zoe, shout out to Zoe. Mm-hmm. But so he just came up to me one day and he was like, Revnent. He just started calling me Revnent. And that was around the time that I was like kind of getting out of the groove of playing basketball and like wanted to do other things. And I was like recording little songs in my bedroom and stuff and putting them on SoundCloud. So I was like, what should I make my artist name? And I was like, well, my homeboy just keeps calling me Revnent. I was like, I'm gonna just go with that.
Okay.
And then so you feel me? That's how the name was created. It was created from a nickname.
I gotcha. Did you ever find out why he started calling you Revnent?
I didn't, but I mean, we're still cool to this day. He'd be checking up on me sometimes. We'd be chopping it up, but I never asked.
Damn.
I think it was just something where it was just like a spur of the moment thing, and then it just kind of like just stuck.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, if it works, it works. It's definitely a cool name. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about your writing process a little bit. Yeah. And we're going to break it up into chunks, but we're going to start right at the beginning. Okay. So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music. What are some of the things you do to get a track started?
Well, first I like to freestyle. Mm-hmm. So like I'll find a beat and I'll just go through beats and I'll just freestyle for sometimes 10 minutes depending on like whatever the beat is, and sometimes even up to like an hour.
Okay, so yeah, just like kind of like warm.
Yeah, like just warm up, whatever, and then I'm like, okay, like I like this beat, and this beat. You feel me? Because I like to just do songs like back to back to back. So it's like, okay, if I just want to record one song, I'm only looking for one beat. But a lot of times I'm looking for like more than one beat. Mm-hmm. So I'll find a beat, and then I'll be like, okay, I like this, whatever, download it, and then I'll put it in my DAW, and then when I record, I don't write. I just freestyle. I just punch in.
Okay, I dig that. And do you get all your beats online? Do you have anybody making them for you?
Yeah, so I have a couple little producers, but I use a lot of YouTube beats. I try to be as respectful as possible. So if it's a free for profit beat, you feel me? I'll credit you like on my Spotify and whatever. And you feel me? I always try to buy the beats that I'm getting off YouTube because I've had a couple problems with like getting my music taken down. Like I'm actually banned on DistroKid.
Oh damn!
Because I got copyrighted. But that's a whole other story. Cause it was actually some messed up. So this dude, he gave me a beat, right? And he was like, yeah, you can use this. And then I hit him up and I was like, yo, can I drop this? And he was like, yeah. I was like, man, I'm gonna put it on my album. I dropped it on the album and he was like, you stole this beat from me. And then he like copyrighted it, got my whole album taken down. It was a whole 20-song album. He got it taken down. It's still not up. Dang. And it had like 5K streams too. I was tight. I'm still tight to this day.
That's fair. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get it up at some point.
I had to switch distributors, and it's still in the processing in the other distributor. And they were like, they asked me to change something, and I've been procrastinating it.
No, I gotcha. And then I guess as far as I mean, you already talked about the words and such. Do you ever like write stuff down? Like, do you ever have like an idea that you're like, I want to keep this for later? Is this
most definitely. I have a lot of notes. Like I used to make a lot of boom bap, so I wrote for that just as like an exercise. You feel me? Almost just as like something where it's like, okay, I'm trying to expand my vocabulary, but I'm not necessarily going to record this. And a lot of times when I'm on the go, like say I'm on the road and it's like I'm not able to record because I'm like, I can't go to the studio. Like I'll write down like bars and stuff that I think of when I'm like on the bus or whatever, and I'll be like, I'll go in my notes and like I'll write down a bar and I'll save it for later, and I'll be like, oh, I could start a song with this.
Gotcha. Okay, so you just write down like a bunch of like jumping off points.
Yeah, because it's just like I feel like my best work comes from when I just go. You feel me? Because it just like it comes from my soul. So.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And then once you get a track finished writing, so I guess, and with your process, I imagine it's like moderately recorded at the same time. But once you've gotten a whole track finished writing, it doesn't have to be released yet.
Yeah.
How long does it usually take you to feel comfortable enough to perform it?
Ooh, for me, just because I've listened to so much music, like it doesn't take me that long. Like I remember when I was performing more consistently, like it would take me probably like 2 or 3 rehearsals. So like in time wise, that would probably be like an hour.
Okay.
Like for like a whole set.
Gotcha.
Because it's like I'll just listen to the songs back over and over, and it's like the more I listen to it, like I'll remember the lyrics. Because part of the problem with not writing is I be feeling like Lil Wayne. I gotta have a teleprompter or something up on the screen, and it's like I don't want it to be like that. So like I'll listen to it almost like it's somebody else's song.
Okay.
So I can like learn the lyrics, and then I go from there, and then you feel me. But I've never had any problems like forgetting my lyrics while performing.
Okay, well that's good. That is definitely
I have like a super ADHD way of doing stuff.
Fair enough. Hey, it's better to have that up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually, I jumped on Spotify, checked out some of your music, and you've got a pretty sturdy amount of music for only been putting stuff out since like 2023.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy to know that there's another 20-song album that isn't even up there.
Yeah. So drops, if I go on my Spotify and I see, because I have all my releases liked on my Spotify, even the ones that got taken down, and I have a lot that have gotten taken down.
Yeah.
Because I switched distributors, so everything on the old distributor got taken down. But so total, I think it's like 20 drops.
Okay.
And it's like close to 100 songs dropped.
Gotcha.
But in the vault.
Yeah, no, it sounds like
I got like
pretty much all
I got like a band in the vault right now.
Okay, damn.
So yeah, so I have about like 1,000 to like 1,200 in the vault.
Okay, yeah, definitely putting in the work.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's cool because, checking out your stuff, like you're very consistent, you're very charismatic.
Yeah,
your beats are definitely solid all around. And your most recent album, Fell Off the Roof, which just came out like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
by the
it
time
just came out.
Yeah.
It's actually about to hit 1,000 streams. It's at like 800 or like 750 or something.
Yeah. And it's a cool album. It does not disappoint. It's got a good variety of tracks. Your features are all really strong too.
Hell yeah.
But I am curious to know, out of all the music you have available, what are some of your favorite tracks to perform?
Ooh, I really like performing like the I'll call it trap store music that I make. So like the more aggressive stuff. Because it's like you feel me? I don't know, like the songs that I made that have like auto-tune and stuff on it, like I want to be able to perform it with auto-tune. Yeah. So I can have the right like specific vibe that I want. Like I have a specific sound that I want performing those type of songs live, and no auto. It's like I can sing it with no auto, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't sound right to me. Like I've done it before. Like I did this one song on my album that actually got taken down. I performed it. Song's called I Don't Really Give a Fuck. But it was cool, and like it hit like moderately, but it's like I could tell that like the crowd would have rocked with it a lot more if I had like if it sounded like how it is supposed to sound. So I like to do more of like the no auto stuff when I'm performing, just get the crowd hype, like you feel me, just turn up, like we gonna turn up music.
Yeah, I dig that. And I mean, honestly, it's cool to have a good a good spread of like tracks that do and don't have it, just so you have that option.
Yeah.
And then I want to take a moment and zoom out. I want to look at kind of more music as a whole now.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're listening to at the moment that like you enjoy, you're finding inspiration in?
I be listening to hella. I actually have. I've been listening to like indie pop recently a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
So I've been listening. I've been trying to, because I was just for the last like 2 years just listening to like straight trap and rap, and it's just like it didn't necessarily get boring. But like I just wanted inspiration from other places so I could do more unique things with my music. So I started listening to other facets of music, but like rap that I listen to, which is still mainly what I listen to. I've been listening to like RXK Nephew. I don't know if you know RX Poppy. I like my bro actually just recently put me onto Rocket. I don't know if you know who that is.
Gotcha.
But I really just try to listen to everything. Like I try not to discriminate musically just because
I mean, there's so much out there. Yeah.
I appreciate all the art that's put out.
Yeah, no, I dig that. Do you ever hang out with your dad and listen to music while like you two together?
I used to, but like I don't be home like that. Like
that's fair.
I be outside like just trying to like make something happen with this music stuff. So like you feel me? There hasn't always been a lot of time in like recent memory, but like me and my pops have always been like this. You feel me? Like that's my day one like supporter like through everything.
I gotcha. I'm curious what he would like if you were like to go home right now and ask him like a rec to put you onto. I wonder what he would put on. Like,
he would probably put me onto like some punk rock shit.
Okay.
He would probably try to get me on, or I mean, he'd be listening to rap and stuff too, but you feel me? That's not the lane that he found.
No,
so,
but I mean, like, it sounds like with like what he's doing, he'd probably like have some input on stuff that's a little more out there too.
Yeah, and it's like I definitely respect that.
Yeah. And then before we move on to the next portion, this next question is probably the densest one in the interview.
Bet.
But, we've talked about your experience with music, the actions, the reactions. But when it's just you and music one-on-one, what does music give back to you?
It gives back a lot, actually. To me, I feel like it's the biggest form of release that I have within my life. Like, I can put everything on the table with music, you feel me? And I don't have to, like, think about what music is gonna say to me or anything, you feel me? Like, I can be as raw and as emotional as I want. So, like, music for me has always been not necessarily a coping mechanism, but in certain ways it has been because I can express my emotions in a way that I can't express any other way.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Like, it does something that I feel like only music can do. Like, it just... You feel me? Like, it's like, I consider it like a medicine.
Yeah, it's like your sand garden.
Exactly.
The way you find balance.
Most definitely.
No, I dig that. I actually kind of want to jump back a little bit before we move on. You were saying when you were like going through more of like your boom bap phase, you were writing down to like expand your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Now that you primarily freestyle, do you still take that into play? Are you still doing stuff like that?
Not really, because I've found other ways to do that without having to write that I feel like work better for what I primarily do. You feel me? But if I, do something within that lane, I would probably do it the way that I did it before, just because it's like, it's a comfortability thing.
Gotcha.
But I kind of use that as almost like a stepping stone.
Okay.
So it's like I started from there, but it was like I knew that wasn't like the end goal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I always wonder about that kind of stuff because, like, like you brought up Wayne earlier. He was always a fan of like keeping like a thesaurus and a dictionary like in front of him all the time.
But sometimes what I'll do is like I'll just think of stuff, and like sometimes I just won't know if stuff is a real word. Like I'll come up with something and I'll be like, wait, is that a real word? And then boom, I'll look it up, and then I'll just go in the dictionary from that, and then I'll just start scrolling through, and I'll be like, oh, okay, boom. Oh, so this is what this means. This is what this means. And then I'll just start like kind of pulling stuff together.
Okay.
And then I can, go. I can expand. Expand more.
Okay, I dig that. All right, now we're going to go ahead. Then we're going to move on to some hypothetical questions. And for these,
I'm excited.
Yeah, these sky's the limits. The questions are all made up, so the answers are allowed to be as well. But this first one is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
If you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive.
Okay.
Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
I'm trying to get this is actually a crazy question. I need to put some thought into this.
I gotcha.
Because there's just so many.
Yeah. Well,
there's so many people that I've wanted to collab with.
Yeah.
But honestly, right now, I would say I want to get a song. I'll probably get a song with like Real to Young OG. I'll probably get a verse.
Yeah.
I think that would be super tough. And if I were to get a beat from someone, I would want to get a beat from like Tyler or like Pharrell.
Yeah.
And I really want a song with Wiz Khalifa too. I'm trying to tap in with Wiz Khalifa at some point.
Oh yeah, well I'm pretty sure he watches the show, so
for real?
He'll be fine. No, I'm kidding. I wish. I mean, Wiz, if you're watching, please let me know. But
that would be tough. I actually heard through the grapevine that one of my pop's homeboys cuts Wiz's hair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
okay. I'm really. That's a degree of separation right there.
Yeah, I'm really trying to. You feel me? I'm trying to do something.
Yeah. And then subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you'd like to?
A local artist?
Yeah, who's around here?
I'm trying to think. Who haven't I collabed with? Ooh, I was trying to get a song with AODT.
Okay.
I actually just hit him up recently. I sent him an open. But you feel me? I'm trying to get him on some.
Yeah.
I need to make some with. I'm just trying to think of Portland artists that like I listen to that like I really fuck with.
I gotcha.
other than him, I can't really think of anybody right now.
That's fair. Well, everybody, you know what to do. At him and maybe some other people in the comments too. Let's see if we can get
let me know. Let me know who I should get on a song with.
Yeah,
because you feel me. I'm open to any collaboration. I'll never like if I like your music, I'll get on it. Like no matter what it is. I don't care if you make hyper pop, pop, rap, rock. Like if I like the song, I'm at least try to get on it.
Yeah, I dig that. And then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits, and it's pretty literal in this sense. But if you could perform anywhere in the world and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access or building stability or power, it's guaranteed the best lineup, guaranteed the best show. It doesn't have to be a venue. It could be anywhere. Where would you
I would
perform?
say like the Burj Khalifa.
Okay.
Like just like a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Or like I would perform in like Tokyo. I would love to do a show in like Tokyo or Thailand.
Yeah. Man, music in Japan is cool. They just get down.
I've always rocked the culture so tough out there. I grew up watching anime and stuff. So like I've always wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah.
So like doing a show in Japan is definitely up there on the bucket list.
Hell yeah. And then to wrap up the hypothetical questions, if you could get one more album from anybody, they could be alive, they could be dead, they could have not put out an album in 100 years, could have put out an album yesterday. Who would you want an album from?
I need... This is like... these questions are like, bro, I feel like I'm on Hot One.
No, you're okay.
Like, these questions really making me think.
I'm sorry I don't have any milk. I just have this delicious Portland water.
Yeah, drink some water, guys. If you're watching this, drink some water. I would say I need another album from Urado and Agni Kai.
Okay.
They need to drop another album. And past them, I would say I need an album from who hasn't dropped? I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, it could even be somebody who put out something recently. Like, I want another Tyler album.
Don't drop. Oh, yeah. No, I need a Kendrick album. I need a Kendrick album. I need another Kendrick album.
Yeah, post-Grammy Kendrick. Let's see what that's like.
Oh, God. Yeah. I need him to diss Drake again.
I don't think it would make him any more money at this point.
I don't know, but just run him off the map, bro.
I got you.
I need Brendan Buckingham to drop an album dissing the whole album, dissing DJ Academics. The whole album dissing DJ Academics.
All right, well.
Oh, that was... Did you see him? Do you know about that situation?
Nah, I don't pay too much attention to what goes on in those kinds of circles. It's not really my bag.
Nah, it's just lame. Like I just see it because it's like if you're gonna be at a certain level, like you kind of gotta know the game to play the game. But it's just like people like that are so weird. So basically, what happened is DJ Academics did some weird stuff like with a kid, and this dude Brandon Buckingham, who had already had beef with him. He was like, you're a weirdo. And then so he made a video. He linked up with RXK Nephew, and then they made a diss track on him.
Oh, gotcha.
So you feel me? They got to drop a whole album.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll see if that happens. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. What can we look forward to between, let's say, now and July?
Lots of music.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm dropping all 2025. I'm trying to drop an album. I'm trying to drop an album and a single every month.
Oh, damn.
This year. So I'm really, really, really going to just be working on like my consistency because I look through my discography and I just feel like I don't have enough music out.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it's like I have so much music to drop and it's like, why am I just keeping this in the vault? Like,
yeah, no reason to hold on to it.
I have 1,000 songs for no reason. So I'm going to just start putting stuff together and you feel me, drop a lot of the things that I have in the vault and also still make music and drop new music that I make too.
Yeah, no, I dig that.
But all 2025, it's just going to be straight albums.
Hell yeah. Any shows coming up or anything?
Not currently. I'm trying to get a show out in Cali though. I might get a show out in Cali pretty soon. I'm trying to get a show up here, The Couve. You feel me? Some of my people have been performing up here, doing stuff in Portland too. But I'm just trying to do what I can.
No, I feel that. You should hit up Seattle too. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on up there you'd be able to get into for sure. And then for this next one, go and look straight at your camera. Tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me on any platform. I have all social medias. My Instagram is _Revnent_. My Spotify is just Revnent. All platforms for music, if you want to find my music, is just Revnent. But on YouTube, you got to look up Revnent Topic. Because I haven't linked my actual YouTube to my artist YouTube yet. So I need to do that. I'm gonna do that soon. So eventually, the next time that I'm on here, it should just be under Revnent for my YouTube too. But I'm just giving a little disclaimer so you can actually find my stuff, because I've had a lot of run-ins with people who, like, they look my stuff up on YouTube and they're like, I can't find it. I'm not looking at the right thing. Like, why is it just Apex Legends?
I gotcha. Hell yeah. All right. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Yeah, shout out to all my people. Shout out Urado, shout out Agnika, shout out Young JJ, shout out
Young
EZK
JJ.
Debo, shout out Davion with an X, shout out Kamori with an X. You feel me? It's love.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Now, with that being said, I've got one last question to go. But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation. But in all of music, what is an album you feel is more on the obscure side? It's a bit of a deep cut. It's one you think not a lot of people would know, but it's one you think everybody should know.
I would say The Lost Boy by Corday.
Okay, hell yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
That I didn't grow up with it or anything, but I remember when it came out, and I was super into that style of music when it came out, and it's like I saw Corday perform live.
Oh, cool.
So like that shit was like super fire. And I would also say Beware the Book of Eli by Ski Master Slum God too.
Okay, hell yeah.
That album, I remember when that album dropped, everybody was like hating on Ski. And I was like, man, I like this. I was like, why don't nobody like this? Like, I would see all these reaction videos.
Well, I mean, he liked it.
YouTube. Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
why he
Like-
dropped it. You feel me? Like, that really put me on, like, stuff like that. Like, it put me on to, like, just not caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
And, like, once I really figured that out, once I was, like, 11, 12, like, once I hit, like, 5th, 6th grade, and I was like, you feel me? Like, I have free will.
Yeah.
Like, I can just do it because I like it. Like, I don't have to do it because somebody told me to or because it's the popular thing. I was like, I'm going to just do it because that's me.
Exactly.
And if you don't like me for being me, then you feel me? You shouldn't be around me or in my circle in the first place.
You don't have to listen to it.
Too many people like wear a mask and stuff because you feel me? They want to fit in too bad.
Yeah.
And it's like I would never do that. Like, I'm gonna just be what I want to be. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And it's like I'm not. You feel me? I'm not doing nothing to harm the community or the people that I'm around. So like nobody really should have a problem with it.
Yeah.
That's how
I
see
respect
it,
that. Hell yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you for having me on real life.
Yeah, man, not a problem. And this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
It's Revnent.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.